Hello there, everybody. Hello there, all Blues fans around the world. Welcome to Chelsea Fan TV, and you're here with Kevin. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and leave your comments below. Negative or comment doesn't really matter. We have all got our opinions on today's conversation, which is going to be about Graham Potter. Coming off a 2-2 draw against Everton Saturday evening, where we had the game in our hands on two occasions. We've given the game away. First goal, very, very sloppy on a corner. Everton were only going to score off a set play. There was never going to score an open play. Second goal, a counter attack. Koulibaly is poor defending by any standard, really. Got left on his arse and slotted the ball away. But is it entirely the team's fault? We're going to go into a few different things about Saturday, and we're going to lead onto other parts of what's going on, really. So Saturday, the substitutions. When we were 1-0 up, he automatically, within 5 minutes, made a defensive substitution, bringing off Felix, who was looking very, very good. It's looking like he scored a goal, and he was looking very sharp on the ball. So why bring him off and bring on a Gallagher who doesn't play in that position? Gallagher came on and didn't get into the game. So then again, another poor substitution. Everton came back into the game, and then we went 2-1 up, and then he made another two substitutions, which absolutely shocked me. When you've got a Mudryk and a Mudryk on the bench, you go and bring off another one of your wingers in Pulisic, and then bring on another defensive midfielder. So clearly showing that he wanted to hold on to the lead against a very poor Everton that haven't won an away game in how many months. So you've gone in the lead and gone defensive. Why not stick with the attacking intent and try and keep the ball on the side of the pitch rather than bringing Everton onto us? Which for me was poor game management, poor substitutions. Let's go again into that game. You're starting Pulisic in a game where, he's just coming back from injury. Mudryk started against Leicester and he played a very decent game. Why not give him another game to build momentum, build his fitness, build his confidence? Why bench him and not bring him on? It's ludicrous. And it begs to differ with myself. Is he actually going to the game with any kind of plan, any kind of tactical plan to break down the team? Also, is he planning the substitutions? Is he planning? I just don't see what he's doing on a game-to-game basis. It's just mind-boggling what he's doing at the moment. For me, once again, it's been out there on the socials, on Twitter. I'm seeing a few things about him getting sacked. If he were to get sacked, this would be the perfect time, going into a 2-week break. Bring an elite gaffer in, and we could probably win the Champions League. Anybody that thinks we are capable of winning the Champions League, clearly delusional and getting carried away with those 3 wins we had 2 weeks ago, which were winnable games under any manager. Nevertheless, Potter hasn't really pulled down, hasn't really done anything to prove to me or most of the fans that he's capable of making the right decisions at the right time. Let's go a bit into some stats now about him, really, to show how far we've come back as a team and how similar we are to a mid-table club. After 23 games, Potter with Brighton and Chelsea this season and last season, 23 games. We've got 8 wins for Chelsea, 7 wins for Brighton. We've got 23 goals for Chelsea, 25 goals for Brighton. So he had 2 more goals with no striker at Brighton. How does that make sense? 31 points in 23 games, absolutely abysmal by any standard. And he had 33 points at Brighton, and he led Brighton at this time last year to a 9th place, and at Chelsea this season, 10th place. There you go. Mid-table mentality. Especially when you see the substitutions he made on Saturday, when he's bringing off attacking players for defensive players against a relegation team. It goes to show how far we've come back. It's just the little bits of detail that's showing me that he's not cut out for this level. He's a good person, yeah, I can see it. He seems like a likeable person, but I just don't think he's cut out for making these tactical decisions at the right moment. Obviously, going into a bit about what he said last Thursday, at a Chelsea board meeting. Let's caption what he said. Why not? We're going to win the Everton game, and let's try and win the effing Champions League. And for me, absolutely embarrassing to pull off this PR stunt. It's basically to make him look like he's got the balls and try and egg the team on, and none of us fans are believing that we're going to win the Champions League. Why would you even put yourself under that pressure when we got to go to Madrid in a couple of weeks' time? So imagine if he's just said that and we go to Real Madrid and get hit for 4, hit for 5. Imagine the memes that are going to be going around. He's just put himself under a lot of pressure. Why do it? Like, what manager comes out, says we're going to win the fucking Champions League when you haven't even won the you've never won a cup in your life? And I'm looking at things and I'm thinking, wow, like, yeah, it's entertaining for most fans, but for me, I'm not impressed with it. I want you to win Everton, first and foremost. I want you to make the right decisions in the games, first and foremost. Not say we're going to win the fucking Champions League when potentially we've got Real Madrid, potentially we've got Bayern or City in the next round. We've got no chance of winning the Champions League. So why come out and say such bullcrap, basically, and put yourself under pressure? And now we're going to have another meme moment, another moment for other fans to laugh at us. It's embarrassing. Going into a bit about the board now and the decisions that we've been making. It's painful to see that the keeper, this manager, Potter. Tuchel had a better record start of the season and they chopped him. And I'm still sitting there 5 months later shaking my head thinking, how the hell have we replaced a world-class manager for Potter who hasn't done anything really? We've got to think of patterns of play, tactics, substitutions. Everything is not working for him right now. And we're going to go ahead and keep him. I'm not convinced at all, one bit, that we're going to get rid of Potter. And I don't think we're going to get rid of him at the start of next season, even if we get knocked out the next round and finish 10th. That's how bad we are falling. And it's down to us fans now to make a stance. We've got to, come out. If we get knocked out Champions League, we've got to really put pressure on these owners now to bring in a manager. There's managers there available who can take us to that level. We've got the foundations to crack on, but at the moment there's nothing that shows me that this manager's going to take us forward. Like I said, he's a good guy, seems like a likeable person, but he's just not cut out for it. So we've got to get a elite manager to start challenging for honours next season, because under this management I can't see us progressing. I can see us even falling back next season because the players clearly don't buy into it. We've got Mason Mount, our best player for 2 seasons, is not performing. Why is he not performing? You've got to ask all these questions. Why all these players looking dejected, looking angry? Mudryk put an Instagram story on. He looked lost, and this is down to the manager. It's not down to anything else. The manager has got to, I just don't get some of the decisions he make at the moment. And the longer this goes on, is the more we're going to drop. And we've got, after the international break, we should have been going into the international break with a win and carrying on the momentum into this Villa mid-table clash against Villa. Who knows if we're going to win it? If we do win it, we could break 6 points between us. If we lose, which is always on the agenda, we go with the same points at Aston Villa. Aston Villa on the same points as us. That goes to show the mentality that's been bringing to us. But all I can say is leave your thoughts underneath. I'm sure a lot of you are going to agree on stuff that I've said. I'm sure a lot of you are going to disagree. But either way, leave your comments underneath. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. And I'll be seeing you on Blue Balls podcast later on. Thank you very much for your time.